your person knows, without a shadow of doubt, that they are meant to be with you. For a long time, they may have tried to suppress or ignore the pull of their intuition, convincing themselves that what they felt for you was fleeting or could be replaced. But now, they can no longer run from what their heart is telling them. Something deep within them recognizes your energy, your essence, and the way your soul mirrors theirs. This connection is undeniable, something far beyond ordinary attraction. It's spiritual, emotional, and profoundly transformative. They no longer want to live in denial or play games with their feelings. The days of uncertainty are fading because they have realized that what they want most is a serious, meaningful relationship with you, one that is built on truth, vulnerability, and deep emotional connection. What sets you apart is something they can't quite put into words. Your aura radiates authenticity, kindness, and strength. You move through life with a quiet grace that captivates them completely. No one compares to you, not in beauty, not in spirit, and not in energy. There's something about your presence that feels like home to them, a calm in the chaos, a light that their soul recognizes even in darkness. They often find themselves thinking about you at unexpected moments, wondering what you're doing, how you're feeling, and if you think of them too. For the past few days, these emotions have intensified. They felt waves of longing, nostalgia, and affection that they can't shake off. It's as if the universe keeps reminding them that you are the one they are meant to move toward, the person who holds a special place in their destiny. Your person knows that what they feel for you cannot be replaced by anyone or anything. No matter how many people they meet or how many distractions life throws their way, their soul keeps returning to you. There's an invisible thread that ties your hearts together, a spiritual connection that transcends distance and time. They've realized that when they are near you, they feel truly alive. You bring out a version of them that is real, open, and unguarded. You've opened the door to happiness in their life, teaching them what genuine joy and emotional fulfillment feel like. Before you, they may have been drifting, uncertain about what love truly meant. But with you, everything changed. You became the center of their attraction, the heartbeat behind their every thought, the one person who makes life feel purposeful. They also recognize the power you have over them, not in a controlling way, but in how deeply you affect them emotionally. You make them feel vulnerable, and while that once scared them, they now see it as a sign of something real. No one else has ever touched their heart in this way. Around you, their walls crumble, and their true self emerges. You've shown them that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the foundation of true intimacy. They admire how you carry yourself with such calmness and strength, how your energy feels pure and nurturing even when you're simply being yourself. There's a sweetness in your simplicity, an effortless beauty in your spirit that leaves them in awe. They appreciate your character, your resilience, and your ability to stay kind even when life tests you. To them, you are not just a person, they see you as a rare soul, someone who brings light into every space you enter. Recently, they've started withdrawing from people and situations that no longer serve them. They've realized that certain influences in their life have been holding them back, friends, habits, or fears that kept them from fully committing to what they truly want. But now, their priorities are shifting. They are isolating themselves, not out of sadness, but out of determination. They are choosing clarity over confusion, truth over distraction. Deep down, they know that if they want to build something lasting with you, they must let go of the patterns and energies that once caused distance between you. This period of isolation is their preparation, an emotional reset that will allow them to approach you with genuine intention and a clear heart. Though they may not express it openly yet, they are planning their next move in silence. Every step they take now is guided by the desire to be closer to you. They are thinking carefully about how to approach, what to say, and how to make things right. There's a growing confidence in their energy, a sense of readiness that comes from emotional maturity. When they come forward, it won't be casual or uncertain. They are coming in fast and strong, ready to offer you something real. Their heart is set on you, and they no longer wish to waste time pretending otherwise. They imagine a future with you, filled with shared laughter, quiet nights, and mutual understanding. They see you as someone who not only compliments them but challenges them to grow into their best self. You've awakened something within them that they didn't know existed, a longing for genuine connection and emotional depth. The thought of losing you or missing this chance weighs heavily on their heart. That's why they're finally choosing courage over hesitation, truth over fear. In your person's eyes, you are the rare combination of peace and passion, of comfort and mystery. You make them feel both grounded and inspired. Your love, or even the idea of it, has already transformed them. And now, they are ready to follow where their intuition leads, to you. They know that this connection is not a coincidence but a calling, one they can no longer ignore. The time for silence and uncertainty is ending. What lies ahead is movement, intention, and a heart that beats only for you. I used to hide my feelings, burying them deep behind walls I built out of fear, pride, and uncertainty. Back then, I thought keeping everything to myself would protect me, from rejection, from vulnerability, from the possibility of losing control. But now I see how wrong I was. I realize that love isn't meant to be hidden or restrained. Love is meant to be expressed, nurtured, and shared. So here I am, choosing to be vulnerable with you, choosing to open up and let you see me as I truly am. It's not easy for me, but I know that if I want something real, something lasting, I have to make the first move. Brick by brick, I've been taking down the walls I built around my heart. Every brick represents a moment of fear I've faced, a doubt I've released, or a pain I've finally allowed myself to feel. It hasn't been easy, but with every piece that falls, I feel closer to you. I can't keep pretending that I don't crave your presence, because I do. I can't stay away from you any longer. The truth is, I long to be with you in every way possible. You bring me peace, comfort, and a sense of belonging that I've never found anywhere else. You feel like home to me, the kind of home that warms the soul and silences the noise of the world. When I think about my future, it's impossible to picture it without you. In my mind, you're always there, right next to me, sharing my joys, my struggles, and my dreams. I see us building something beautiful together, something that stands the test of time. Being apart from you has only made me realize how much you truly mean to me. Every day without you feels heavier, emptier, like something essential is missing. I've tried to distract myself, to convince myself that I could move on, but deep down, I know I can't. I hate not being with you. It's like a part of me is incomplete when you're not around. I'll be honest, there were times I doubted you, and I doubted this love. I let my insecurities whisper lies into my heart. I questioned whether what we had was real, or if it was just another fleeting connection that would fade away with time. But time has a way of revealing the truth. And through it all, I've learned what's real and what's fake. What's real is the way you make me feel safe even when I'm falling apart. What's real is your patience, your kindness, and the way your love has never demanded anything from me. You've shown me that love isn't about possession or control, it's about understanding, trust, and reciprocity. I've struggled with feelings of inadequacy, wondering if I could ever live up to your expectations. I worried that maybe I wasn't enough, not good enough, not strong enough, not perfect enough. But I've finally realized something important. You never asked me to be perfect. You never needed me to prove my worth to you. All you ever wanted was for me to be present, honest, and genuine. You didn't want anything material from me, you only wanted my reciprocation, my effort, and my willingness to meet you halfway. That realization has changed everything for me. Looking back, I can see how selfless you've been. You've given so much without expecting anything in return. It's like you were the constant giver, pouring your love and care into us, while I was often the taker, receiving your warmth without fully appreciating the depth of your generosity. But now, I want that to change. I want to give back to you my love, my time, my energy, and my full attention. I want to make up for the times I made you feel unappreciated or unseen. You deserve so much more than what I gave you before, and I'm ready now to be the person who matches your love with the same intensity and devotion. The truth is, I can't let go of you. I've tried, but every time I convince myself that it's time to move on, something deep inside me refuses. My heart knows where it belongs, and it keeps leading me back to you. I know I've caused you pain, more pain than you ever deserved. My aggressive words, my jealous thoughts, my toxic actions, they all wounded you deeply. And what hurts the most is knowing that you remained loyal through it all. Even when I doubted you, you stayed true. Even when I pushed you away, you still cared. You loved me despite my flaws, and I failed to see the purity of that love in the moment. Now, I carry the weight of regret for every tear you shed because of me. I see now how my fears and insecurities made me act out of anger and mistrust. But I want you to know that I'm not the same person I was back then. I've been working on myself, learning to take accountability, and trying to heal the parts of me that caused you pain. I don't want to be the person who hurts the one they love. I want to be the person who heals, who uplifts, who brings peace instead of chaos. I'm truly sorry, my love, not just in words, but in my heart and actions. I know apologies can't erase the past, but I hope you can feel the sincerity behind mine. I want to rebuild what we had, not by rushing things, but by showing you, day by day, that I'm capable of change. I want to earn back your trust and remind you that love, real love, is worth fighting for. You've shown me what unconditional love looks like, and now it's my turn to show you that I understand its value. If you let me, I'll keep taking down the last of my walls. I'll let you see me, all of me, without fear or pride. Because at the end of the day, no matter how far apart we've been or how much pain we've endured, my heart still belongs to you. You are my home, my peace, my greatest lesson, and my deepest love. The strength and resilience you embody are deeply admired by your partner, more than you might even realize. From the very beginning, something about your presence commanded their attention and stirred emotions within them that they had never experienced before. You left a lasting mark on their heart and mind, one that they have never been able to shake off no matter how much time has passed. You were different, bold, confident, and unafraid to show your feelings openly. Your energy carried a powerful blend of warmth and determination, something that both inspired and intimidated your partner at the same time. They admired the way you moved through life with purpose, how you faced challenges head-on, and how you expressed love without hesitation or fear. To them, you were the embodiment of strength, someone who knew their worth and wasn't afraid to love deeply. Your partner, on the other hand, found themselves struggling to keep up with the intensity of the emotions that surrounded your connection. They always had deep feelings for you, but those feelings scared them more than they cared to admit. Every time you came around, their emotions would swell to the surface, almost too powerful for them to contain. Their heart would race, their words would falter, and their thoughts would blur in your presence. It was as if your energy had the ability to awaken parts of them that had long been asleep. Instead of embracing that awakening, they chose to suppress it. They tried to hide what they felt, convincing themselves that maintaining control was safer than surrendering to what their heart truly desired. Ironically, this fear of vulnerability became the very reason they rejected your love offer. It wasn't because they didn't want you, far from it. It was because they wanted you too much. The connection you shared was intense, almost magnetic, and it pushed them far beyond their emotional comfort zone. The depth of your love forced them to confront their insecurities, fears, and the parts of themselves they had kept hidden for so long. You were so open and fearless in your affection, and they couldn't match that level of emotional honesty at the time. Instead of stepping forward, they pulled back, hoping that distance would protect them from the storm of feelings you brought into their life. While you approached the relationship with clarity and courage, they operated from a place of fear and confusion. Your confidence made them nervous because it reminded them of everything they lacked within themselves. They admired your ability to love without fear, but at the same time, they were terrified of what that kind of love demanded. You made them feel seen, exposed even, in a way no one else ever had. And being seen so completely, without pretense or protection, was something they weren't ready for. To them, love had always been something that existed within limits and boundaries. But you shattered those boundaries, showing them a version of love that was raw, real, and limitless. Even after the separation, your presence continued to linger in their thoughts. They tried to move on, convincing themselves that letting go was the right choice, but their heart never truly followed that logic. No matter how much time passed, they could still feel your energy intertwined with theirs. Every memory of you carried both pain and longing, a reminder of what they had lost and what they still secretly hoped for. Though they may not have shown it outwardly, they still wanted you. That desire never faded, it simply hid beneath layers of fear and self-protection. Yet, time apart has been a silent teacher for them. The separation that once felt unbearable eventually became a period of profound reflection and growth. Without your direct presence, they were forced to confront the reasons behind their fear, the insecurity that kept them from accepting the love you offered so freely. They began to realize that their hesitation was never about you but about themselves. Your love had exposed their wounds, not to hurt them, but to help them heal. In that healing process, they began to understand the true meaning of love, not the kind built on comfort and safety, but the kind that transforms and challenges the soul. They now see that love isn't about control or emotional restraint, it's about surrender, vulnerability, and trust. They recognize that real love isn't always easy or convenient, it requires courage. And that's something they've been slowly learning during your time apart. The strength you showed, the courage to love without fear, has inspired them more than you know. Your energy planted a seed of growth within them, one that has taken root and continues to bloom with each passing day. Now, as they look back, they understand just how much you meant to them, and still mean to them. They've realized that rejecting your love was never truly about avoiding pain but about avoiding transformation. Loving you would have forced them to evolve, to confront their deepest fears, and to become the version of themselves they were always meant to be. And while that journey frightened them then, they now see it as necessary. The distance between you has become a space of learning, helping them grow into someone who can finally meet your love with the same strength and openness that you once showed them. Your partner has come to understand that true love doesn't fade with time or distance, it deepens. What they feel for you has evolved from confusion into clarity, from fear into acceptance. Though they may not have expressed it yet, they carry a deep appreciation for everything you brought into their life. You were the mirror that reflected their truest self, the catalyst that sparked their emotional awakening. And now, after all the lessons and the growth, they finally recognize that your connection was never a coincidence, it was a turning point. In their heart, they know that what you shared was rare, powerful, and transformative. The love that once scared them has now become their greatest source of inspiration. They admire you not just for your strength, but for the way you loved them even when they couldn't love themselves fully. And though the future remains uncertain, one thing has become clear to them: your presence in their life changed them forever. The separation didn't break the bond, it revealed its depth. And through that realization, your partner has finally begun to understand the true meaning of love: fearless, unconditional, and eternal.